Hey everyone, Andreas here with a quick update on the build progress of my kegging system. I'm going to be installing it this evening and kind of working out the kinks, but I thought I would take some video of the setup kind of as I go along. So here is a quick video of the taps. All right, as you can see, I've just got the taps coming in through the walls right now. The brace on the other side of the wall isn't complete. It's not completely installed. I was just test fitting it. But there is going to be enough room. Unfortunately, we're kind of limited on counter space, as you can see. So that was about the only place that I could make it. Also, the staircase is right behind here. I think it angles at about right here. So as far as space to access the other side of the wall, it was pretty much this corner right here, which kind of stinks, but it's easy enough to reach, and it'll be a good place for those taps. All right, as you can see, this is the back end of that wall. You can see the staircase right there, so I can't really access any further to the left there, or to the right in the kitchen, I guess. So yeah, unfortunately that's about where it's going to have to be. Like I said, this brace is not completely installed yet. I've still got to put some corner brackets on either side. It's pretty much just wedged in there right now, and held solid by those taps. So all of the weight is on the drywall right now, which isn't the greatest, but it works for testing. So, and these wires right here are speaker wires for the speakers in the kitchen. They have nothing to do with the tap. But yeah, so that's about the back end of those taps right now, and the lines are going to run from there back into the fridge, which is right here. I guess I don't need the light anymore. But inside here, we've got the two kegs. They barely fit. I might fab something up to make it a little bit easier to get them in there, but for now it works and it holds well. And then once those lines from the beer come in, again, I've got all my brewery stuff right here, my brewing. So there's this concrete step right here, and I'm just gonna put the tank right back here, and then just put another hole in the side here and run the lines in. So it's a pretty straightforward system. So yeah, it should be hopefully straightforward, but we'll see. All right, so the next step after I snug the 2x4 up to the wall will be to add these corner braces, one to each side, to reinforce that beam. All right, at this point you can see the brackets are put in. So yeah, brackets. All right, the next step in this build will be to put a hole in the side of the fridge. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it a little bit high, and then just have the extra length of tubing down on the side here. I'll probably tie it or something to the side. So yeah, they probably make some sort of specialty bit to go through metal or possibly refrigerators. But I have a nice wood bit. Also, my findings suggest it also works on drywall and metal. So do this at your own risk, but I see no reason to buy a specialty bit when this is just some pretty thin metal and insulation. All right, so hole number 1 is drilled successfully all the way through. And as a side note, this insulation smells like fish. I don't know if it's the fridge itself or the insulation, but I'm pretty sure it's the insulation. So yeah, that was an interesting thing that I discovered while I was drilling. The other thing is, since I'm gonna wait a little bit to put the tubes in, I am gonna just plug up the hole just with a rag, so that less cold air escapes. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna permanently do this once the lines are in, because they're not gonna plug up that hole entirely. I was thinking of using some of that foam insulation. It wouldn't be the nicest looking, but it would be effective, I think. So yeah, I'll see what I do. All right, so once that side's done, I went ahead and cleared off this area here. If I would have had some foresight, I would have moved that stuff before I started this project, but whatever. It was a good place for it. So I just moved it out of my way for now. So yeah, that step down there is where the tank is going to go. Then I'm just going to put a hole, just like I did on the other side. I'll probably put the hole in first so that I have some room to move before I place the tank, because it's not very wide here. So yeah. All right, so hole number 2 is drilled. That insulation smelled like fish too, so I have no idea what that's about. I'm going to research that to see if it's poisonous or something. I also didn't have another rag, so I used a sock. That should hold for a while, but the tank fits nice right there. It's pretty easy to access the gauges. And at this point, I'm going to take a break.